3 melee cores. That is potentially a problem, I would say, but I don't know. With Arena and Metamorphosis, maybe that ends up being the issue. And if they can kite this Ursa, like there is certainly a way for Tidebound to win this game.
Yeah, for sure. They have so much damage into the corrosive haze as well, right? Like whenever another thing about this lineup is that it combos nicely with the Star Dart. There's a lot of physical damage coming from the Mars, coming from the TB as well. So they have the damage, they have the control, I would say. And do they have the execution is left to be seen.
Move forward, Shiro.
Did he just ward? He did.
It got spotted.
Yep.
I believe.
The dead giveaway as well was the Iron Branch in the backpack, by the way. Whenever you ward like this early on, you want to move the branch back in. Make your inventory look as natural as possible.
Oh, Whitemon. He gets caught and he ends up dead. Echo's getting that kill. 3 heroes up top here, and maybe Shiro taking the right attention away. That's a bit of a shocker.
It's a full Vaunt instantly for the Stardar, so those totems aren't going to be that great from the Shaker. He needs to spam them, right? So a lot of Magic Wand charges for Echoes.
As those 5 branches, as a couple of tangos doing its thing. Bounty runes will set up. Shiro and Y coming over. Thunderstrike used on Ari, but had that dead shot doing good damage to Shiro. He needs to be very careful.
Has to send out an extra set of tangos for sure as soon as possible.
Echoes here up against the Earthshaker. We'll see how this goes. BZM, just on paper, should be the better player, theoretically.
At the moment,
the matchup should benefit Echoes a little bit, right?
At the moment, BZM is having more success. Let's put it that way, for sure.
Yes.
But I feel like most of these mid laners, man, like it's such a tight margin between players. It's crazy. The game is not necessarily, for them at least, usually decided in the laning stage. It's what you do after, and God forbid, but I gotta say, mid laners don't have as much impact as they used to. Especially if they crush the lane. It used to be if mid lane gets crushed, the game is over, basically. But we have strayed away from that kind of Dota, luckily.
BZM just trying to use this totem, get as much CS as he can out of the lane. Which is a fair amount. Both 6 and 1.
The way this lane kind of goes is like you're gonna trade last minute, but
Whitemon getting
killed again.
Destroyed here, yeah. Another kill given up. Bottom lane also getting pressured pretty heavily with Shiro in the Metamorphosis, but just pressure, nothing in conjunction really doing much.
There are some lanes that when played into Lycan, even take his tower, just pressure him completely out of the map, right? Like he has to go into the jungle to farm the stacks or whatever.
Right.
Terrorblade is not necessarily that core that does it. Terrorblade farms and deals well with the wolves, but he doesn't truly zone you out. Doesn't truly kill you. So we should still see a pretty fat like. We should feel like the Helm of Dominator in a decent timing.
Seems like everybody still getting the Helm of the Dominator. That didn't get changed much at all. Like it's been so long with this item. I can only assume that everybody's ready for it to leave.
I would be sad, honestly. I feel like Helm of Dominator in the last patch, in the TI patch, was maybe a little bit overtuned, overbuffed. Right now, I feel like this item is enabling a lot of heroes to be played. And if you cannot find a better way of enabling those heroes, then maybe the item deserves to stay. My hot take.
Fight between these two mids as Echo's just trying to fight back from these totems. As the Seaborn Sentinel trying to do what he can. Spear. Ooh. Missed that tree. Not sure he would have survived if that tree had connected. But didn't get that opportunity, and they've been using this bushwhack, this acorn shot, try and line it up with the spear from Niu. So far, so good from Tidebound as Tundra. The lanes not going amazingly. Not going horrible, though.
Oh, that's shot mid.
Deadshot, fissure, totem, and trying to body block him. Blood grenade, the calling, and the kill. Really well done by Tundra over mid.
Honestly, beautiful, because he had many opportunities there to maybe even get the kill on the Shaker. Like, and this rotation from Huerta, like, usually you see it around the minute 6 mark, right? Like, to secure the power rune. But Shaker was already kind of suffering in mid lane. He was falling behind in CS. And he needed the rune desperately. Oh, a very good rotation. The dead shot on point and the calling to prevent the Slithering Crush.
Really, really well done. Got to be careful for those movements. Got to be careful even, you know, now with the 6-minute rune. It will be interesting to see how Echoes now plays this behind a little bit on this Earthshaker. Sure. And just pressuring the Mars a little bit. Huerta is kind of inching by. Innocence is near. But 6-minute rune is still about 45 seconds away.
Yeah, this was their opportunity to strike back and maybe take down the Shaker, but only level 1 glimpse. So he was never truly in range to bring him back into another crush. And unfortunate. How's the stack game? The stacks are kind of nice in the triangle, nothing crazy. Triple stack and triple ancient stack as well. Double ancients, actually. Something for BZM to fall back to.
See BZM getting spotted. Bushwhack. Echoes coming over. And they might be able to get this kill onto the Earthshaker. They need the speed, and Nightmare pushes him away, pulled off. Still trying to go over, but it's an Arcane Rune that's picked up by BZM. Slithering Crush and a Blood Grenade. Maybe thinking about going in. They've got themselves Fissure in 2 seconds. Oh, Bushwhack connects with a Slithering Crush. Acorn shot. BZM now throws a Fissure over onto the Hoodwink. The calling is down. There's no way to get the Slithering Crush out, but BZM still ends up falling, and now they've got a glimpse back towards the Crush. Niu dead, solo to Pure. We've got the run on, and they've got this Corrosive Haze. They'll move forward. Acorn shot. Whitemon even maybe the one they want to go for, but they can't get any with this Nightmare just messing them up.
Yeah, a couple of mistakes there, right? Like the Crush was too far away from Ari. That's one thing. The second thing is, like, the Bushwhack was so damn late onto the tree. It got QB'd immediately. But overall, not too bad for Tidebound. Like, they get a kill on Shaker. It's still pretty good, even with all the supports rotating in.
Eventually, Earthshaker will just come over here and take these stacks.
He did
lose
the tower, by the way, on Lycan still. Even with all the, I guess, with all the support rotations, it did allow TB to just pop that meta and destroy the tower. Why?
Fissure?
They're coming, though.
Kinetic Field, Deadshot hits on Echoes right into the hands of BZM. And maybe they can get the kill on Ari. They'll glimpse back. They've got the calling, the right clicks. They're in the river. The Seaborn Sentinel keeping him pretty healthy. Shiro coming in, planning on the run away from BZM. They're not going to have glimpse for 10 more seconds.
Bushwhack in 5, but you cannot really... Can you dive this? I mean, it's scary when there are creeps around. He is level 60, he still has Echo.
Nothing doing just yet.
He's probably going to just go and use the Echo Slam. I should call it Echo Slam considering what's the nickname on the other side. So he's going to go and probably farm these Ancients. Yep.
Yeah. Just pull them over. Hello.
They're coming though.
Now they're still trying to invade on this. They've got the kill on Ahri. They're overwhelming them. They've got Metamorphosis. Now they're going to be able to steal some of these stacks. Didn't get the chance to Echo Slam them, and all of a sudden, the stacks are taken by Shiro. You've got a very significant lead for the side of Tidebound.
Yeah, he was, by the way, under the influence of corrosive haze. So his movements were kind of... I mean, they had all the info to do exactly this, to invade. And the problem is, like, when you're level 6, you've got level 3 Aftershock, you don't instantly kill the Ancients. You don't instantly kill them. Like, you still need to finish them off after the Echoes. So probably considered that he might just beat them away instead. So he didn't use it.
EZM struggling. His net worth is pretty low.
They're sleeping in the Slardar.
Can't find him, though, and the creeps now there, I believe, spotted him. But White Mom, maybe. Oh, no, Nightmare.
Nice disengage. Nice read as well. Valkyrie, of course, he has a lane ward, so it wasn't really like a very difficult read to make. He saw exactly what was coming his way.
Not getting anything out of that movement.
And a scary situation for the Shaker, by the way. He went phase boots, so it's not like brown boots, mid lane Shaker, instead it's phase boots. He's level 7, so at least he should be able to clean up the Ancients fairly quickly. This game phases are necessary, like we're playing into Slardar as well, like you need a bit of extra armor, but what this does is, as well, it delays your blink. Be a problem down the line.
Bushwhack spear, but they can't really get this kill on a pure anyway. Just can't quite get him, but right now Terribly is the one that is leading the net worth. They're gonna put pressure on the tier 1 over mid. Will there be any answer coming through from Tundra? I'll even commit the Metamorphosis to secure this tower. Fissure's used, but it doesn't matter. They'll get the tower. And let's see if they can get anything with calling. But Ahri and BZM, they're just going to retreat. And Slardar again going up towards top. There's still this ward.
Yeah, there are creeps.
This rotation.
Yeah, there are
creeps of course. Well. I'm just saying, if there weren't creeps.
Unfortunate a little bit for Y. Like, he used the glimpse. It was a nice attempt, but his kinetic field was still on cooldown, so he couldn't really catch the Shaker. If he did have epic field, that was a kill for sure. There was no mana on BZM, so he couldn't contemplate. Icon wants to fight top though. Maybe he's thinking about the Twin Gate.
Yeah, he's backing away from it. They've lost this tower already.
3 towers lost. 2k lead.
Radiant's middle tower is under
Shiro taking over with the TB, going into the Manta. Only 800 ahead of the Ursa, though, who is about to have this Battle Fury.
A pretty decent timing, right? Like Power Treads, Magic Wand, Battle Fury, you kind of expect it around minute 12, 13. Not too shabby for him. Keeping up considering that there are 3 tower worth of net worth chunks in the TB. They're still very close.
Wink Dagger now for Echoes. At least they'll have that better possible initiation.
It's a straightforward
I want to show that off.
right? Like, it's like a blink into most likely a shard BKB, and that's it. Like, you don't have to overcomplicate things this game.
No, not really. Not at all.
Oh,
Need to
BZM spot.
overcomplicate. BZM, and there's the sharpshooter. As one more shot needed, Echoes is going to get that kill, pick up a good chunk of gold. And then another 100 there for Planet.
Next one.
Getting that extra gold for him, and you know he wants to get into a Yules. He's got good gold already. Planet at 3,300 net worth, and they're gonna find another Helm creep. This is gonna be 100 for Echoes.
It was really important for 33 to survive, though. The blink out, he's sitting on 2.7k. He's so damn close to the Overlord. These kind of deaths hurt you the most as a Lycan. You know, you're just, or any other hero, you're just about to get that crucial item, and then you lose 100, 200 gold. Puts you backward even further.
TP out of here. It's 14 minutes. They'll pick up
one.
This shrine. They had the wolves there, so shrine's taken. Nightmare trying to get it, but the bushwhack, it's still gonna line up in which the Bane. Oh no, the glimpse gets him out of the shrine. It looked like it wasn't gonna be possible as the nightmare lasted a lot longer, and now with the static storm, they've got a bushwhack again. They get the kill and they get the shrine.
Dude, just denying the Bane. Like that's everyone kinda expects this play, right? Like it's always done by Bane players. Because it's so easy for them to snatch it. They just sleep you out, like sleepwalk you out of the range. A nice little play by Y, of course, recognizing that, TPing in on time. We're playing the map very nicely.
Play by Innocence. Some would say cheeky. Wouldn't be me.
Honest Dota.
Is Honest Dota just a synonym for cheeky?
Not
cheeky Dota, Honest Dota.
There's honest and there's you know, Dota that isn't that honest, so it's not just cheeky. There's more to it. BZM, Understrike, is thought, or is
they've got help from Echoes, but they've got other heroes around. Sharpshooter flies through. Shapeshift's going to be used by 33. They get the kill here on the Y. They've got at least that. They'll look for Planet, but Shiro's here with the Metamorphosis, and now you got to be careful, but they jump in. BZM, they've got the arena. Can they get the save on him? The Fiend's Grip, and they'll get that kill to Shiro. They'll take him out, and now they're going to look towards the rest. That goes back in. They slither and crush, but they just don't kill BZM. This Shapeshift lasting for what seems to be like forever. And the spear connects as New's still on the run, but running away from these wolves, and the fissure and the help from that Overlord creep gets the kill onto New. That Prowler finishes it off.
Yeah, that's the best way to use pack leader. You know, like get one kill after another, extending your shapeshift duration. That's why it does look like it lasts forever. And you know what? Like during the draft, we were talking about Bloodsport. I'm pretty sure he regrets not having it, at least not in that situation, because the grip wouldn't have been possible.
Shiro would have been able to pop off in that fight.
I thought it was a given, considering there was a Bane in the game. But, you know, they think otherwise here. Whitemon gonna get killed. Nothing he can do to avoid that, unfortunately.
To be frank, it's a really difficult Bane game to use your grip the way he did in the last fight. The reason why he was able to do it is because both of the supports were already kind of gone, killed off by the Lycan. If the fight doesn't start that way, like you have a glimpse for the grip usually, and usually as a disruptor you save it.
Shard now picked up for BZM, and the net worth now favoring Tundra. Just overall, Tidebound kind of losing that lead that they had by losing Shiro, who just picked up his shard, so he'll have the Demon Zeal to try and get that farm up. But for Tundra, they're happy with what Pure's gotten out of the map.
What's next in store for him? Is it the BKB? Yeah, of course it is. Battle Fury, Blink, BKB. Sometimes you see some bashers, but into a Terrorblade, BKB is basically a must.
St. Jim Prowler, a bit of a problem. And TPing away now. They've got this vision on Niu. You know exactly where he's at. And they get this kill onto the Mars. He's already thrown his spear now.
No sleep on the Slardar.
And Echoes, he's going to have to be careful when he wakes up. If he wakes up, they already got the kill on the planet, so they're going to have no help with him. They've got the Fiend's Grip. They have the calling. They'll get the kill. 2 heroes dead. Tundra's starting to take over.
Vision is basically winning this game. I feel like Vision is just winning the game. They have all the info necessary to pick and choose out of all the targets who they want to go on. The bait was set, by the way. It was a bait on Mars. Wasn't a good bait.
Yeah, got to go back into the tackle box and
Find something
find better bait. Yeah.
Something a bit shinier, maybe with better colors, you know.
Or you just got to go to the
Arena.
typical worm. Arena, spear, that connects. White Mine, he'll die, but piercing the veil, sharpshooter not going to land, and now the run is on from Ari to try and get away from this. They've got the gap close with the Slithering Crush and the Glimpse with the Vision, so they will get both supports, but they did pick up an Aegis here for Tundra.
Yeah, they got the prize. They got what they came for because they also couldn't fight after. They didn't have shapeshift. You're absolutely not fighting without it. This Aegis will propel the Ursa into not buying a BKB, by the way, but a Basher instead. This is something that happens very often in an Ursa game, right? Like if you get this first Aegis, you don't have to go BKB immediately.
Smoke on 2. They're going to bring Ari top as well. Shiro's going to run out of Metamorphosis. Fissure. Oh, God. Innocence just dead so fast. Why? Never able to have a chance to live in that situation, which means this is just Torm as well for Tundra, getting more objectives out of the map. And a shard will be there for, drumroll please, Ari, which is probably the worst shard to get.
Probably, yeah, absolutely. The worst shard. Maybe one of the worst shards in general for a sport, or for a support.
Just could have been helpful on anybody else. But you know what the silver lining is? The next one will be a good shard. It has to be.
I like to go about doing my chores like that as well. You do the worst first, and then the rest look like, okay, I got the worst behind me.
Yeah.
Now
Exactly.
it's all fine. I see your attitude. I like it.
Oh, you know, I gotta clean the dishes. Maybe that's the worst one, and then you just make your bed or something like that. Making your bed's the easy one. Or you gotta mop the floors and vacuuming as well, you know?
Oh, there's a core ahead of them. They're smoking up to perhaps get a kill on someone. Let's see. Maybe triangle is an option. Maybe going bot lane as well. The vision they're working with is not that great. There are these pesky wolves running around, revealing everything. Shaker though.
Ooh, Arena. And the Radabatos onto the Mars, but the sharpshooter in. BZM is dead. They'll pierce the veil once again. And I think it's just a matter of time until Ari follows him in the grave, and 2 heroes dead.
The
as
shapeshift.
Tundra lose a couple.
Shapeshift got used, by the way. A bit of a waste, I have to say. They can't really take a fight with it. So. A pretty big cooldown that they won't have for the next minute and a half.
That'll run out in a second. There it is. Back and forth, just, you know, and I will say Tundra's still getting a little bit more out of the map. They are leading in the net worth by 3,000, 2,000-ish.
Yep.
And the one of the things that is the biggest issues with Slardar is, you know, you don't exactly farm that well.
He's doing all right, considering.
Yeah. I agree. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, but that's what I was going to say. Is he's doing okay, but, like, you'd want to see more, right?
Well, you always want to see more from your mid laner, and I was cutting you off, so no reason to apologize. But he's keeping fine. Like he's 1,000 gold ahead of the Shaker. Nice little glimpse. Can he get away? Seems like he might be able to. For now. Yeah.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
As long as you are doing better than the enemy mid laner, who cares? You know? If you have 6k net worth and he has 5k, it's good enough.
BZM. Kaya, Yasha is next on the list. There's that Blink Dagger. Ags for... Ooh, they're trying to go the Man-Bear pig route, and that is biting onto the Ursa. That's
I
the sound
swear
of the
it
bite.
exists. Climate change is real.
I'm super serial, guys.
Super cereal. Come on, you guys. It's a good man-bear pig, like you called it. Like especially when once he gets the BKB as well and is able to roam freely in the backlines. Maybe he has enough firepower to blow up the TB in a single BKB go. Option.
Middle tower is under attack.
I just want to see some defensive items on the support. Like Y is queuing up Blink Dagger. It's okay. I would like to see a Ghost as well. Something to survive versus just the units, nothing more. Because 33 will be sending them your way.
Top tier 2 is not being contested. Mars is still down here bottom, so they're not going to contest the take of this tower and kind of give it away for free. And by kind of, I mean they do.
They cannot approach. This triangle has been completely taken over. They have vision, they have the high ground advantage.
You just down here looking for that BKB. LTP back. Ags is next on the list for Echoes, but he's far away from that. He's finally got his BKB. And, oh, man. Lycan switching off the Axe, going BKB Nullifier for the Thought. That was gold for Planet, by the way.
It's a lot, 250. I saw them setting up that gank with Thunder Hide. They were waiting for it to approach. Yeah, the Nullifier is also pretty good. Specifically versus like Dual Scepters versus the Ghost Scepters as well. Not too bad. Unfortunately, no Super Serial.
He could switch back. You never know.
Werewolf, yeah.
We'll have to see.
Radiant are scanning. Dire's
Always a possibility.
attack.
It's a nice word from Bane. If you can keep this alive, they could maybe even get the fight in their own triangle. It's all about vision right now, and
Radiant are scanning.
he's keeping it alive for now.
They are all TPing back. They've got the Nightmare, and they want to jump, but Yules, ooh, now going the other way. The arena's on the Muerta, and they back away, realizing
Shapeshift
these
as well.
heroes are coming over. Shapeshift, the attempt to try and go to find the Mars. Spear throwing him back. And he will get all the way to the tier 2 tower. They're still looking to follow this up. Like, BZM is right there, but they're not going to commit to this this attempt just yet.
They didn't find the ward though, the one that Ari planted on the cliff, so they did still have some vision, so they know where they are on the side of Radiant.
Wink getting caught in a pretty bad spot. Thought they were going to get the Muerta in return. They need to stop. The big stopgap for Tidebound, if they want to bring this game back, is to stop this Roche from being taken by Tundra.
Guaranteed to respawn in a second, so you know what? They can take it as well very quickly. Like, you've got the Shard and Slardar, those days as well. For now, he's settling a score with this Black Dragon. But they might go into the pit after.
Easy
It's
250 gold.
Yeah, it's kind of hard though. You're playing into a Shaker, right? Like Fissure, Echo Slam. Not really the best hero to just YOLO it into the pit. If they could get a pick off first and maybe ward up the area, then it would be possible.
BKB flying out for the Lycan. Smoke picked up. We'll see how Planet and the rest of Tidebound plan to go around that. Gleipnir for Ari soon. He is got it in 30 gold. The items are starting to get there.
For both sides. I gotta say, if they could force this fight in the river, it would be quite an advantage for Echoes, if no one else. Right? Just getting that Seaborn Sentinel through, even without using Slithering Crush, would be active all the time. But they smoke up instead. This fight will not happen in the river unless they go into the pit.
Don't go in the pit, they smoke, but the other side smokes too. Tundra, they're grouped up by the tier 2 tower. Earthshaker off north.
He's kind of low on resources on Shaker.
Dire are scanning.
They don't commit to the fight. Neither side goes in just yet, and they start to back up towards the river. They go to Roche. This is the fight that they kind of want, but they know that they're there. They've got the wolves, they have the vision, and now the blink, the gods rebuke, but nothing doing. They'll start to back away the calling, and now a dead shot from a distance. Mars gets caught. New dying to Pure, who pops that BKB. Yules into the bushwhack, but the bushwhack too early.
Is free rush without Mars? What do you think? Will they commit? Seems like they will not for now. They're moving back.
Still meta available, but you've got shapeshift. You don't use anything from Tundra. I would assume you still feel okay going into the pit, but they're not going to commit to it. They'll just send Ursa top.
They aren't committing. Even I guess one of the biggest reasons why they didn't go for it is the BKB on Ursa, right? Like that not being there. You have your ult, sure, but without the BKB, you can die in the pit very easily.
Right.
Because this Terrorblade hurts right now. He's got the butterfly on top of the pike manta. It's kind of spooky.
Like the way you said spooky there. Another 250 gold that for Shiro. MKB finish. This is a big item for them. This really hurts Shiro's life. His positioning needs to be really good. And Roche now bottom, benefiting the side of Tundra. That might have been why they were willing to give it up as well.
Oh, he missed
Blink Slither Crush off the mark. Sharpshooter coming in. Ooh, Ursa's going forward. They go to the arena. They get the kill on a planet. It's going to be the first one dead now. The kill Y. Both supports out on the side of Tidebound. Pure looking to get back into the fight. They use the Metamorphosis Fissure on the edge of it. Totem to continue to lock him down. Force staff onto the high ground. Pure maybe looking to follow this up and follow him into the river, but they just can't keep up with him just yet. Manta Fissure from a distance. Now they can. They turn the bash. No, Shiro can't live.
He couldn't even thunder if he wanted to there. Like, not the bear, at least, right? Like, he couldn't thunder the Ursa, and now this straight into the pit. They made it look kind of simple, honestly. Like, this fight was very straightforward. Like, Ursa literally jumps in without a care in his world. Destroys the Star Dart, does not kill him. It was sufficient enough to remove the Star Dart from the equation. It couldn't join in. It was too low. He used the BKB as well. They might get the shard at least. With the Star Dart, it's kind of easy to get it. Twin Gate, they gotta be fast. They gotta be so fast. Ooh.
Odd. 33 trying to see if anybody's there, but now we'll just work on the Torm himself and get a shard for White. Feels a lot better than getting the Muerta shard.
It's good. It's decent. It doesn't even have Brain Sap maxed, of course, but not too bad. Helped you out with the farm, if nothing else, a little bit.
Always nice to get a little bit of extra help on the farm.
Especially on Bane, right? Like, this hero just isn't and has never been the best when it comes to clearing waves.
Tundra, with that last fight and everything that went wrong, it just jumps to this 15,000 net worth lead. Didn't feel like it was that far away from them, but you see where the two other cores are at for Tidebound, and it's not too surprising.
It's the Lycan effect, right? Like, the difference between Lycan and Mars right now is massive.
Oh, another kill on Planet. He is just melting every time they see him.
Oh, here comes the wolf, by the way, the bear wolf. Why is it so chromatic? I don't know, like he's got some purple metallic color. Looks really nice.
It does. This should be what Shapeshift looks like all the time. Is it the Ursa items that are doing this? I don't think so. Maybe it's just Ursa in general.
I'm investigating.
That's what I'm doing. I think it's the infused claws of the Ferocious that change him up a little bit when he ends up getting shapeshifted.
So you don't think
Did
it's
a tier 2
connected
tower mid?
To the Lycan? I guess not, yeah. Looks cool, anyway.
How do you defend this? And it's Aegis still for this Ursa for another 2 minutes. Like, there's just so much time for really Tundra to kind of do whatever they want and get anything they want out of the map. So if you want to choke them out, get another item, and you want to slow this down, you can. You can get the Blink Dagger on the Muerta, you can get the Blink Dagger on the Bane, and then say, hey, you know what? We got these items. Now we feel good enough to have the positioning. We can fight. But with the Aegis, you're pretty much free to to play.
Yeah, they just smoke up. They're trying to find someone on top lane. They do have a nice ward in the lane. At this point, I would usually be clicking on Disruptor and saying, oh, hold that thought.
Yeah, they wolf it. They'll jump in again anytime they see Planet. Anytime they see Planet. He is just dead. The squirrel. He's only died 5 times. But it feels like he survived the first, like, 15 minutes. Now, anything since, he has just been ending up dead.
Yep. His other support, by the way, Innocence, like, why? He's had a decent game as well. Died 3 times.
Fissure, Totem, Shiro in some trouble. And they get the kill on a Y. But now Pure jumping forward. BKB forced out of this Terrorblade. And he can't really go in anymore. Look to get the tier 3 bottom. But they use that fortification.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
Bottom tier 3.
Can you def
Rax as well?
at all? Like, can you def mid? Maybe the creep skipping isn't truly there. He's holding it for now.
Ooh, sharpshooter spear. And now they've got the bushwhack. They get the Aegis. And they follow this up with anything. Blink, Slither, and Crush. The Fissure comes out. They go to the BKB from Echoes. Now, Yule's in the air trying to Earth Shock away. And they've got the kill on a Pure. So much damage from Shiro, dead for 100 seconds.
That's the
no buyback.
And that damage was insane. He didn't even manage to pop his BKB like he has it. It was still like just unused. Now that was level 2 Corrosive Haze, by the way. Now it's level 3 on the Slardar. Like, damn, defending the high ground. They still lose melee rack, sure, but with such a deficit, I'm surprised that they managed.
A hold's a hold.
A hold is a hold, exactly. At this point, I'd usually check what Disruptor is doing, like how his item progression is he close to the Axe? Because that could be like a big, massive game changer, but he just cannot buy it this game. It's like maybe down the line. He invested way too heavily into defensive utility items.
I mean, he kind of has to, right? Like this Ghost Scepter, it feels like it has to be on him. Nullify now is going to make it worse, and hey, that Ghost Scepter may not matter if you end up getting Echo Slam, but for now, he's not dead. Slither and Crush, now they find BZM, and all of a sudden, Tidebound, dead Ursa, dead Earthshaker, and they're crawling back.
Slowly, but
the early
steadily.
days, early goings, they're just crawling right now, but You know, crawling turns into walking, walking turns into running, and running turns into sprinting. Maybe you're back. There's a little SpongeBob reference for you if you.
I see.
Yeah,
I thought, yeah, as
You're
long
in
as
the
you don't
know-how.
hurt your ankles or anything like that.
Oh God, my ankle is still really bad. Should not have played that softball tournament. 33 looking to get a Swift Blink. And Ursa looking for theirs too. So they're looking to have Swift Blinks with the Wolf Bite, and now you've got extra damage with the Daedalus Sun Terrorblade. Like, the high ground defense, as we've just seen, is very possible.
There's a Hex on Mars. It's absolutely possible. Like, if you can Hex the Ursa before he uses BKB or Enrage, I think those couple of seconds in which he's Hexed are more than enough to just kill him off with the Terrorblade, especially now with the Daedalus. The defensive tools, like, what are they on Tundra? It's basically just the sleep, right? Like, they have one, that's the sleep mountain. You have to be very careful with it. Maybe it will be necessary to save one of these fours. And I'm saying this like they're playing from behind, but they're 14k ahead.
And they're still not playing scared, but playing objectively, right? You want to wait for Roche. You got to just chill out a little bit. Kind of hope that you know, get this Aegis and work towards whatever's next.
And they have the wolves, right? Like in every lane, pushing in. That's always a good thing.
Radiant's top
Swift Blink completed on the Ursa.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
I will wonder if Tundra is going to force this in.
I think the high ground jumps right now are a bit spooky as well.
Oh, yeah.
It's just even if 15k ahead, you're playing into Mars Arena. If he positions himself well, but they have a Wolf on Mars and on TB. Shaker did TP out, by the way. So he's not really there yet.
Blink, Slither, and Crush, Hex, and the Spear. Do they have the damage to get the kill into Pure? It's not looking likely. He turns this one around with the BKB. He'll Shock away with the Silence on Echoes, but he still has the BKB going. The calling was there. Fissure from a distance. And nothing definitive yet.
Yeah, BZM, by the way, TP'd out completely to the tier 2 behind his own outpost. So they took that side 4 against 5. They still couldn't really get anything done. If the BKBs are down, then perhaps you can, because the arena is not as irrelevant. In that last fight, it kind of was. So they just traded big spells, basically shapeshift for the meta and the arena, of course, being used.
Refresher on BZM now. Roche up, the illusion in, but Cure's in on Roche. They hear the roar and they are kind of close, but this is going to be a very quick Roshan. They need somebody to answer, and they're just not going to be there in time. Oh, though, slowed for a second now. He just picked up. Doesn't matter.
Yeah,
So now another Aegis for Tundra, and while they ended up losing both lives on Ursa last time, now maybe you can go up there a little bit more precisely.
I'm sure that this rush didn't catch them off guard, but the way they moved looked like it actually did. Because they moved all over the map, and then when Rush streamed, they started TPing in, right? Like that for me, that's like a dead giveaway that they wanted to take this engagement, but they couldn't in the end because they were too far. So they just decided not to. And they're not really in an easy spot now. We're playing versus Aegis Cheese, the Fresher Shard as well. Aghanims will be completed by the Ursa before the next fight, most likely. He has the goals for Aghanims. He wants the blessings. Because the slots are kind of...
Another Torm. 33. We'll be picking up a shard for nobody because everybody in the game has a shard, and that will be a lot of gold for the side of Tundra. So again, sticking to being objective, sticking to not, I mean, after losing the Ursa on the high ground, now not forcing the issue anywhere.
Dire are scanning.
It's 3.5 minutes with this Aegis. We'll see when and where Tundra finally look to strike.
I have to say, a very close game, by the way. So far, a very competitive game considering they're 18k ahead. It doesn't truly feel like they're in absolute control. It might change, like the next fight, maybe they will just obliterate them. I think the biggest difference between this fight upcoming and the previous ones is the refresher on Shaker, right? Like, it just allows him to perhaps even blow up the TB. We'll see how he utilizes it.
Smoke attempt, now trying to go again. Nobody making their move just yet, hiding behind these trees. Still kind of just holding out. I mean, Pure, he's got everything that he wants, right? He's very farmed.
He still has boots that he can maybe at some point replace for something else once the Aegis is reclaimed, but yeah, he's basically... Oh, goes in!
Goes in and then again almost takes all that damage to the face and dies, but has the Enrage. Now the Arena, that lands, but pierce the Veil, Hunter's Boomerang. Sharpshooter misses. EZM's off to the side. Nightmare, Slither Crush, Echoes gets a kill quickly on Ari. Fissure, Echo slams! Oh, Shiro blown up! They're going to bring him back into the fight with the BKBs being popped by Pure, as well as this 33 Lycan. Echoes did without buyback. Spear connects, but the Fissure does too. BKB with a nullifier. What can Shiro do to try and defend? No Metamorphosis.
What a beautiful fight, by the way. The static one was just a little tiny bit too late. Like,
Yeah.
if he managed, because there is no BKB on Shaker, so if he managed to use it just a slightly bit earlier onto the TB, maybe the fight is completely different and the Shaker is blinking in without even managing to act, right? But it's so hard. He was so quick on DZM. Keep in mind that Planet was doing some pretty good things that whole fight. His Acorn shot actually stops Ursa 2 or 3 times from blinking in, just connecting onto him after the Wolf Bite was utilized. Still not enough. Still this lead from Tundra is a little bit too big at the moment.
Disruptor close to getting this Ags. But he is going to need some time. Ursa in. Still has an Aegis. Speared, though, back towards the Effigy.
We have X,
And
by the way.
BZM looking for the Fissure. That lands. There's the Static Storm. And Pure's in again. He's just... Nobody helped. They tried, but Pure... Oh, man.
I think we're getting to a stage where we have 50 Fury, 50 Fury, or something. Some jumps that he makes are absolutely incredible. Like the jump into the outpost, baits out the meta, falls back, he's able to re-go once again. And then there are jumps like this one where, yeah, he probably regrets them afterwards.
Yeah. I mean, I'd say so. You'd think you're watching Fly with a play like that. Sorry, Fly, catching strays. I'm sorry. I felt bad.
Well, he was doing that with an Ursa today, so it's
Yeah,
understandable.
literally
He was
earlier
literally
today.
doing that play earlier. Yeah, just a couple of hours ago, he did the same play without an Aegis, of course, but still, he died.
And now, all of a sudden, you're going to get that time. Innocence is going to get his Ags, and the Static Storm's going to be upgraded even further. Fissure, the jump, BZM in, and down goes Echoes. Where are you at? But they've got the spear. They do not have the Ursa for 10 seconds, and BZM just surviving a little bit longer. Needs some help here. The spear, the run, the nightmare still alive. Oh, Whitemon, the MVP. They get the kill on the Neo, and now they need to run. Ursa is back alive, and he is coming into the fight. Deadshot connects as Hero's forced to pop the BKB. Can they get on him? They've got the Abyssal, and he had just fought back. But can he get a Thunder off? No, he can't. That should be the game. All off the save from Whitemon to make sure that they save BZM, and that whole fight turns around as Tundra should have locked it down there, and the GG is called. What was thrown away by Pure is brought back by the rest of his team.
Sleep truly does rejuvenate you, I guess. You know, they say you need to get a good 8 hours or a couple of seconds this time around was enough from the Bane. That was a perfectly timed sleep as well. It saved him so many times. Like, they saved him a couple of times. It was first the Ghost, and then the sleep, and the fact that he still had that fissure to walk over the cliff. Just absolutely wonderful playstyle by Tundra in these last couple of seconds. BZM, who's had kind of a rough game, completely turned everything around once he got the refresher orb, right? Like, the refresher orb kind of did change things, killing off Terrorblade once, and now getting that refresher kill onto the Slardar too with the double damage. Just a beautiful play by Tundra in general. I mean, even by Team Tidebound. This game was high skill, you know, not without its mistakes here and there, like some crazy dives, like Ursa with the Aegis a couple of times, but overall, it was a pleasure to watch.
Yeah, a little late back and forth. Just getting caught here where I don't really... Tidebound had their chance. And I'll be honest, they had a couple of chances. There was a couple of times where they were able to kill Pure like this and never really grasped it back. But that is definitely something they're going to need to work on coming into game number 2, because that is a devastating way to lose there. And that goes with this starter. You can see, honestly, on your screen right now, it's like, you look at the difference between the offlaner net worth, and it is a full 10,000 difference where 33 is just able to farm so much with this Lycan, and you never really get as much out of the cores on the side of Timeout. And this last little, that Ob Sentry that just got placed gives them so much information, and they're going to watch Whitemon here save the day. How, man? The Ghost Scepter comes in clutch.
Yeah, and the sleep.
And then, oh, God.
I think the Lotus was fed to him as well by Ari. Something healed him up in the second. But here as well, by the way, as they were chasing Shiro, Ursa, if you notice here, he gets, his blink gets cancelled, but he refreshes. Refresh into a blink, into an Abyssal. So he can catch onto the Terrorblade. Just very well done as well by Pure. Overall, just a lot of really good plays. Going back to the draft, I think both drafts had it. I
Seen much Brewmaster where I have like this instant confidence in it.
Oh, I get it. Like, in general, the hero has been played just a few times in most of our games as well. So let's see what New can do. It's definitely one of his heroes. When he just got into the scene, I remember his Brewmaster being pretty good. He's queuing up the urn into a Radiance. I think he has to play with Disruptor, right? Yeah, of course. Whenever you have a brew, you need a support to activate. Cinder Brew and Shen cannot do that, so you need the Disruptor in that lane.
See if there's any first blood. Doesn't look like they're going to meet each other just yet. Maybe they crossed paths with the cutback from Tidebound. I want to say if BZM gets off to a hot start, I feel like Tidebound's percentages go down pretty quickly.
Battle begins.
And it won't be any trades, any first blood. It'll just be 2 for 2 on the bounty runes. And how does DK match up 1-1 against Huskar?
Let's see. I feel like Dragonite should be a hero that kinda holds his own, but it's still a Huskar pick. No one matches up that great into a Huskar. There's like 2 heroes that do it well in the whole game, right? So you're a melee hero, and the block was bad. I already don't like this for the Dragonite, so I'm taking that kinda back. There are 2 ways of blocking versus Huskar. Blocking really damn well, so that it's on your high ground, or not blocking at all, so that it's under his tower and it pushes in. Echoes did get the wave under the tower at least, so he got some farm. But we'll see how it goes for him.
Top lane, Whitemon on this Bane again. He has looked good in the past with it, but getting pressured pretty hard at the moment. Not going to end up dead. He was the savior of that first game. And Pure back on the Ursa, so a lot of comfort still here for Tundra overall.
It's an interesting lane, by the way. You're playing into basically a Thunderstrike spam. That's it.
Right.
Like every time Cinder Brew is off cooldown, Thunderstrike is off. Oh!
Oof, gosh,
Whoop.
Huskar?
Okay.
That should not be happening, I would say. But
That
first
happened.
blood
That just
for
happened.
Echoes. Yeah.
I mean, this lane is already won by the Dragonite in my eyes. It's over. The lane itself, like, he gets a full wave under the tower. He kills the Huskar, delays his armlet.
I can't believe he got that. But he did. Ori still just level 1 here, and went to that first level in the Janata.
You know what's kind of cool about the DK now that I think about it? Because the Rose is Dragon, right? All of his abilities are physical damage. So it kind of works well against the Huskar, right? I love how PZM is trying to get to this, but he just gets hit by the tower a couple of times, moves back. He tried contesting some of the last hits. He's 7-6, by the way, 6 denies versus 1 denied, but 9 last hits on the DK.
Easy, I'm going to sit in the lane, and he's 7-6. Does have a good amount of denies, but wants to try and bring it back. Meanwhile, Pure taking a lot of damage, and he's going to be glimpsed. Almost ends up dead. Heals up, and Niu just in the face of both Whitemon and Pure.
They're pressuring them super hard top lane. There's an urn already on Brew. No,
Kind of understanding that they need to, right?
it's like
These lanes have to go really well.
and it's also this particular lane. There are some lanes where the only way you win it is by being super aggressive. If you aren't constantly aggressive on the Ursa, like, he will run you down. But if he's low on HP all the time, he doesn't get the opportunity, the luxury to be aggressive. And it's mostly down to the support to make sure that he's constantly hitting and harassing the carry. Might go for him.
Pure
We have
again.
Glimpse.
He is alive for now. Blood grenade can connect. And now Planet getting chased by Whitemon. And there's a salve. Maybe Pure jumps back in. They're going to glimpse. Thunderstrike. Cinder Brew. Pure can't make the commitment. And Whitemon burning pretty low. But again, will still survive.
It's such a fun lane to watch. You know, like, there's so much going on. Meanwhile, on bot lane, just mounting hunter, creep, skipping, dodging everything. Just Resident Sleeper versus an absolute bloodbath.
Basically. This so far is looking really good for Tidebound. They've got a 1,000 net worth lead. They got that first blood over mid. BZM, he ultimately is, 60, 100 gold behind. It's not the worst thing in the world. Echo's taking this creep wave
He's gonna connect
far
them.
ways
I think
out.
BCM managed to at least connect to the range creep, so he denies that one. But the range creep. Ooh.
Oh god, Niu ends up dead. Whitemon getting that kill, and now all of a sudden that lane is going to open up for this Ursa.
Under attack.
Yep, that's the moment where they didn't really manage to get any of those kills on the Ursa. He healed up. Now Bounty Hunter is rotating top. If they kill Panda again here, it's gonna be a rough time for Mew. They have a sentry though.
Echo's taking some damage over mid, getting pushed out a little bit. Blood grenade thrown over. Thunderstrike already here. Now they'll look for Niu. They've got the glimpse back on the Ursa. So they'll try to keep up. They've got Shadow Walk. Maybe they can get the continued lockdown. And they will with the Nightmare. They're going to wait for him and then finally have that right click with the Shadow Walk. Niu's going to be dead again. Thunderstrike. Now Cinder Brew burning. Pure in trouble. He might get traded. That's not what you're looking for. But can these two supports clean up? Planet on the run will end up dead, but Ari getting chased. Breathe Fire. Echoes makes his way into the top lane, and he's going to come for Whitemon, who doesn't have any way to really regen any of that mana, but he does have a Fairy Fire. I don't think it's going to matter all too much. Gets into the trees, and now Breathe Fire once again. He's burning quite low, but still not dead. TP attempt out. Y ends up falling. Whitemon survived for a second, then kills himself to the neutrals.
He had to. Mana burn was
survived.
there. Yeah, the Setar Mind Stealer was catching up to him, so he had to get denied to the creeps. In the end, I feel like Ari is maybe the happiest when it comes to that engagement, because he got a couple of levels. He was very under leveled. You need track as soon as possible on the Bounty Hunter. Might die mid, by the way. Speaking of him, Bounty mid lane.
Ooh. He is glimpsed back, and he is dead. That's unfortunate for the Bounty, who really wants to get into that level 6 as quickly as possible.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Huskar is here. Huskar's level 6. Already back into the mid lane. Planet showing up. They've got a sentry, so they'll start to run. Nightmare pulling him back in, but Planet, he's okay thanks to this Chen.
The classic standoff mid lane when Dragonet hits 6, right? Like he wants to take down your tier 1 tower. They want to prevent it. The enemy supports are trying everything that they can to help the DK out, but the Dragon Form is out, so it was unsuccessful this time.
Tide, meanwhile, just kind of farming bottom alone. He's been keeping up to the DK. Still waiting on getting this armlet. Need some gold. BZM, once he gets that, probably going to play a lot more aggressive afterwards.
Tide has 53 last hits. DK has 29. And DK was almost ahead of him this whole time. He was ahead of him up to this point in net worth. Just because of the first blood, of course. The solo kill that was on the Huskar.
We're now top of the net worth is the Gyro. Ursa trying to catch up. Everything's pretty clumped up except for this Brewmaster. Nightmare gets pulled off. Start to try and clean up some vision, and they will. Clean up that vision. They take the tower. They keep the pressure on these objectives. Now the armlet is finally picked up. Ari's got vision and information, but unfortunately he's under a sentry.
Glimpse, not there though. They weren't quick enough with the glimpse. Maybe with the glimpse they could have killed him, but of course there is a sleep as well from Bane.
Is under attack.
is about to hit 6 soon. They'll have the grip. Like you said, level 6, not quite there yet on Ari. It's not the worst timing, of course. As long as he gets it for the next minute and a half, it should be fine.
Planet. Uh-oh. Echoes is here. Dragon Tail. And now the call down used by Shiro. BZM getting run at. Thought the Disruptor would die first, but ends up dying later down the line. And they kill BZM for the second time. His game not going as quick as they would hope. And another sentry down there. Ari just can't find any wiggle room.
He isn't feeling too comfortable, I feel like, on the Huskar so far. Right? Like, he's died a couple of times. And he did get some counter kills, of course, but usually not worth it for the Huskar. You want to be snowballing at this point. Everyone knows how the Huskar works. He dominates your face until minute 20, and then he makes one bad jump. The game is lost. At least in pubs. In competitors, it's a bit different bot lane.
Bot lane with the Nightmare, but Planet ready to respond. They do have the Fiend's Grip. Nothing doing just yet. Maybe Whitemon wants to get that Fiend's Grip out there, and they can work with Ravage. Do they have the damage? And they're bringing a lot of heroes down here. They're going to start to go.
Oh, that's
Static Storm placed up. Now they've got the Ravage. That's pretty well placed, but they've got the Hand of God. They'll get the pull back on Apira, who came through the Twin Gate. He is going to ultimately end up getting run down here. And Echo's now dominating.
They just had such a nice ward that was giving them vision off the Twin Gate. And they saw the Ursa moving through it, and they waited for him to move, and they just waited until the perfect timing to use the Static Storm. Well, a lot of big ultis used, by the way. We had the Ravage, we had the split Static Storm as well.
The reads right now from Tidebound are pretty good. Holding them off, and they finally do have track, but now can you make use of it?
Yeah, that's always the question when we're playing Bounty into Chen. Do you get track fast enough, and is your team strong enough to fight into Divine Favor and Hand of God? Right now, I think they are. They just need to find the right angles. They're not that far behind.
Can they do it?
My question would only be, like, which core do they play around? Because Huskar isn't really that Huskar that you usually can count on. You know, like, he's having a rough start.
Yeah, middle of the pack right now, not exactly ahead or anything like that. DK up by about 400 on the net worth, which isn't crazy, but, you know, if you do get a couple of kills, all of a sudden, the net worth with track ends up being what can push you over the line, right?
No, absolutely. If they can get these track kills, like one team fight changes everything and puts Huskar back up front. But I feel that at the moment, at least for Tidebound, with the heroes they've got, it's more natural to make plays, and it's maybe a little bit easier to fight. They've got just like the innate strength of the heroes that is working in their favor. If you have a split, which they do have right now. Sleep.
Nightmare, Huskar. Now the Fiend's Grip is through, but can they get the kill before the Fiend's Grip is over? Hurricane silence, still not enough. Hand of God.
See him now.
Got the pull with the Hurricane, and White gets the kill without really the help of this brew.
He dispelled him. That's like the only thing that was used, and now the Cyclone on the Bane. This is an extra kill, I think.
Oh boy. Yeah, the stun is there, back to form. Whitemon, he is in a lot of trouble. They've got the urn on him, the Thunder Strike, and there's another kill. Tidebound still moving around the map really well.
And to me, they're only 1k ahead, but this game does not feel like it's only 1k ahead. You know, the only reason why it looks this way is because of the tide. Like he's been having a really good game. He is like he has VAS. He's going into a pipe. This is a hero, sort of an offlaner that can have a lot of impact, but down the line, I feel like at this point he's more of a please fight me kind of a hero,
Right.
which is something they're not doing at the moment.
This is Tundra just not really catching a break at the moment, but they do have the Battle Fury on Ursa. So life should be okay in that aspect, but now Ari caught, and he's got these tracks out. Maybe they could start getting some kills. There are a good amount of tracks available. And now they go to the Ravage. Can they kill some of these heroes? Shuriken bouncing. Oh, the double kill for Ari with the Shurikens coming through. And now they want another track. They want another kill. They'll throw the blood grenade. Triple kill for the bounty hunter.
Just beautiful. Just beautiful. They forced the fight when Brew didn't have split. They didn't have Chen ult as well. Dragonite wasn't even near, and he's actually slept right now. They have grip, but no follow-up. This shouldn't be a play. Just a
Big gold for them on that. Wow.
2.2k gold, 2.3k gold swing off of one fight. Just beautiful. And the way that 33 also rotated from the mid lane. Good positioning and wonderful Ravage.
That was pretty great triple kill for the bounty.
Is there a dust on Brew? There is no dust.
Ooh.
DK? Ah, nice attempt.
Trying.
Not quite though. Why he went for that is just because he has a disruptor there. The glimpse is level 3. If you dust him even slightly, the glimpse will make sure that he's caught and killed off. And they also want to force fights. Tundra forced fights with Ravage. Now I think it's on Team Tidebound. Maybe do something on the map.
Problem is, can they in time? Now, you know, you're again getting pushed by that track, and look at where the net worths are for the side of Tundra. Especially Tide compared to Brew.
Mm-hmm. It definitely helped them. Rista now has a blink as well, so he's kind of ready to fight.
This time they're ready with the sentry ward down. Static Storm even being committed. They want this bounty hunter.
Brew sticks around. They have grip. They have Ursa with blink. They might go on him. Hand of God is available, though. I think they're just baiting a reaction. They're not actually committing to this.
No reason to. 33 has Ravage again. They're going to glimpse him, but they don't have Static Storm.
But they don't have anything to kill him at this point.
Yeah. Oh, picks up the Invis rune. Blinks past him and swipes it.
He's feeling himself.
33 going to continue on the tower. Yeah, he is. Blade Mail and Shard are going to be pretty good for him. It's a bit worrying that they're not really getting everything out of the map here for Tidebound. They had early pressure, and now I feel like Tundra, yeah, they win that fight. Not only do they win that fight, they've got themselves the ability to get the farm in Ursa without really feeling much pressure. Yep. On top of which, you've got a lineup that you've got two heroes that take Roche really easily.
I think the reason why, while we were talking about that, our dear observers were showcasing the new and what he has. This hero is really slow when it comes to fighting without ult, especially when he doesn't have the Radiance. That's the main reason why they weren't able to do anything. He does have it now. Good play to get though.
Aegis.
Split in the back.
Can they get Whitemon? Not really. BZM cycloned up. Planet ends up dead. And looking to kill off these Brewlings. They hit the Ravage. It lands onto this Gyro. They already used the life break, but they've got the blood grenade. The jump is in. The Hand of God's not going to be enough. He stands his ground. He knows he's dead. There he goes. He's gone.
They're hunting for more. Chen is still under the tier 1 tower, and they know where he is. He's got no TP. Nice
Uh-oh.
jukes. The Yukes, he's gonna run into a ward though.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Still too far. Engagement probably is going to save him. Rue also has a T. Okay, farming is definitely an option.
All right. Silence, the life break,
The tree.
and an easy kill. BZM. Now, I mean, they're all online at this point, ready to go, and they've got themselves a shard on Ari, which is so good. I mean, the shard on Bounty is definitely one of the stronger ones, especially when he hits that level 15.
Even before the level 15, it's good because of
Yes.
implications, right? Like you get a lot of map control with it. Move.
And they bring back 33. Static Storm is there. He's got Pipe. He's got 21 charges, too, if he wants to still maintain himself, but the
Where's the
chase is
bounty?
on, and now he's got the shield. He needs some help. Anybody here? No.
Use the friendly shadow. Yeah, it wouldn't have worked, of course. They do have dust, they do have sentries, but if he tried that, he probably just dies together with them. Understandable that he abandons 33. I think this which way? Yeah.
Is this the fight you want to take? Pure. Oh, actually, he's the one who gets focused. They found him, and he's got a BKB if he wants to turn around. Whitemon now. Ooh, there, but the TP with the BKB, and he is able to escape.
Oscar is still here, though.
Yeah, he's still here and silencing, going, trying to fight. Aegis is gone. Where is the rest of your team? Because they ain't there. This is, well, maybe not the greatest of spots to be in. Now everybody has shown up for Tidebound, and BZM just ends up dead in a really poor position. That's a bit tough.
Getting you in a bad position, that's Disruptor is 101.
Yeah.
Until you have BKB or some way of dealing with it, of course. So Aegis, I feel like in the last two series, every single Aegis got wasted somehow by a solo carrier. Like losing it, like dying twice in a row.
Is under attack.
The thing about it is, Huskar's dying, but Ursa's going to take over anyway. He's going for the basher. EKB will be back up in a moment. Whitemon looking for an Aether Lens, try to land from a little bit further away. Is what Shiro's getting enough, do you think?
I think he's farming well considering the state of the game. Like he is playing versus Bounty Hunter with tracks, so some of these networks on the other side are a bit inflated. Might need the BKB before the next fight though, but they want to take it anyway. Level 12 Panda is here. It's split.
Has split. They've got the Static Storm, but he got the Ravage off before the Static Storm was able to connect. And now the jump in. This is going to be here from Pure. He needs to be careful. The damage is pretty heavy. 33 ends up dead. They've got the Cyclone onto BZM. Pure running away. BZM trying to help him out as best he can. Whitemon's here to help, but Thunder Strike, Pure. He needs some heals. He needs some help. He's going to be glimpsed back, and he's probably dead off this one. Invis is invincibility? No, not really. Get the
BZM
kill
as
on a
well.
Pure, and despite the track, BZM, he's trying to survive, trying to armlet toggle to freedom, but he gets stunned up, not once, but twice, and now the Fiend's Grip doesn't matter. They get the kill onto this Huskar. They'll hit another glimpse onto the Bane, and despite the fact that they had all this lead with the track, it turns into them just missing out.
Yeah, that was an 8K lead, more or less just evaporating in one fight.
Dire's top tower.
Getting overwhelmed, and it's a little bit surprising because it's not like the gold is theoretical. Like they have these items that should be able to help them win in these fights with the BKB, the Sanjin Yasha. They've also got Tide, who's got a pipe of Vlad's. He's looking for a Blink Dagger. So it is a bit shocking that, you know, even with this
Tower is under
significant lead of an item or so, they don't have enough.
Yeah, it's just a bad position to play in, and it's also a very disconnected fight from Tundra. On the other side, everything was there. Static Storm, Brew, Dragon form, Gyro, they all kind of played together perfection. Meanwhile, on Tundra, it was staggered entrance by one hero, then another. Then you go a little bit too deep with Ursa. The BKB was completely wasted trying to take down DK, right? And he's like extremely tanky at the moment, so it's not very easy to kill the dragon. And they just didn't have the control that's necessary for the Ursa to stand and hit the dragon, right?
Bit
might have it
unfortunate for them. Nightmare. And they will get this kill in a Y. Not a track kill, but it's fine. That works out in the end. BKB now picked up for Shiro, who is outputting quite a bit. He's top of the net worth. Maybe they've given him a bit too much open time and space. But Muse down here bottom and Disruptor here too. BZM has the silence, but does he have the damage? Now it's not likely. Static Storm is placed in, and he will try to survive, but there's nothing he can do about it. Dead once more.
He's not having a series. Like the last game as well was kind of rough around the edges, even though they won it. This time around, he needs to BKB completed at least. These moves are just backfiring one after another.
Just not really working out for this Huskar. Thought the lane would go a lot better, but Echoes was able to get that solo kill, and that's what was the ignition here. The ignition switch for this DK to kind of just come online, despite the fact that they had track. And you look at where Huskar's now, he's bottom of the cores in net worth. Not something that should really be happening when you're getting track kills. And it's not like they're not getting a lot of track kills, but they just now have lost a couple of fights in a row.
I feel like it might be on the Tidehunter once again on Neta to flush this one out. He's going for a BKB next, 200 gold away. He will have it most importantly for the next Rush fight. And around that pit, you're looking to maybe reel it back in. Tidehunter BKB, Huskar BKB, and perhaps the fight will be a little bit easier for them, but they are falling behind now. It's only 2k lead, of course. Nothing too crazy.
It's one track fight back, right?
I mean, one track fight. If you win it to like some 4-2 margin, you're probably getting a 4k lead because of the track.
Jump in, BKBs, and Hand of God, but the Fiend's Grip means Shiro's dead first. And Planet ends up dead. The chase is on. They've got the silences. The run is there. New's trying to get out of this one, but he's able to primal split. Does he have any damage? Pure looking to clean up these bears, and he's got 2, but he needs a little bit more.
2 more are running. 1 more fire.
Ooh, New
Should be fine. It's really speedy.
That time they got the Fiend's Grip on Gyro, and they were able to get it from a distance. You know, that's due in part to the fact that they've now got this Aether Lens.
Yep. Bane is one of those supports that definitely needs to be a bit greedier when it comes to the itemization. Like, you need to itemize for yourself. So Blink, Aether Lens, Aghanims, sometimes even BKB, these are the items that you gotta get, and paid off in that situation. They didn't even have to use the Ravage.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
And
Already now level 12. Yeah. A little bit of a later Roche, but they do have multiple heroes that could take this. They can pressure with one, take it with the other.
Xtreme mid lane. He's completely alone, but do they know it? And he does have a BKB, so even if they knew it, can they do anything about it?
Now he's not alone. Now he's just kind of baiting. Ooh. BZM cutting across the side. They catch Y. Now you can't really fight this, right? You don't have Hand of God, which you didn't have initially anyway, but they go to the Glimpse. They've got the Static Storm. They go to the Enrage. Now Silence is onto the Ursa, but it's not going to matter much anyway. Walks into the Silence, is trying to find the position to get a Ravage off, maybe. As they'll run into Shiro, and they've got him controlled. Whitemon with this Aether Lens again, and this Fiend's Grip are able to lock down this Gyrocopter and get that kill.
They need vision on. They need some vision on the Bane. After all, you have a level 4 Glimpse on Disruptor. He should be able, and the Blink, by the way. He should be able, in this situation, it is off cooldown. Should be able to cancel the grip.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
But even if it's cancelled, like, Tidehunter was in the perfect spot to pop the Ravage during the grip.
Right.
If he felt like it was necessary.
DK is going to have to try and be elusive enough to maybe stop the Fiend's Grip with this Shadow Blade Blink combo and the Orchid. If he can get on top of Whitemon and stop that, they might have a chance to turn these fights around. And immediately the jump in, the Dragon Tail, they've got the Orchid now. Bounty Hunter in some trouble.
The back.
The kill there onto Ari. Why? Hand of God makes him live for a little bit longer, but he still ends up falling. Whitemon trying to get away from all this damage, but unable to do so as Echoes commits onto him and gets the kill, but the BKB gets popped. They go to the Static Storm. It's not going to be enough to stop this Huskar. The jump is on with the life break. They should be able to get the DK. It's a double kill for BZM. And they back away afterwards on the side of Tidebound for a moment. They glimpse back 33, and New needs to retreat there too.
He had to use the shard to get it back into the normal form. The rulings were just burning down. And yeah, they attempted to go for this rush fight, but it is so damn hard to run through the Bounty Hunter with Invis. It's hard to find the right angle. You have the Shadow Blade and the Blink, and it's still not enough. And I have to commend Whitemon once again on this Bane. He didn't have grip, so he played this very sacrificially. Like, he goes all the way around and just breaks the fight in half. He just positioned himself in a way in which Bane never truly does, but he only does that because he doesn't have grip anyway. So he just casts a couple of spells, gets some aggression on him, and still makes use of his hero even without the ult.
Back up to a 7,000 net worth lead and even pressuring the high ground potentially. Blinking, Ravage Shiro, he's dead on the screen already. There's no way for him to get out. That is brutal. Never stood a chance. Dead for 70 seconds without buyback.
You actually should be able to TP back at least now. He was controlled by the Bane on top, so he couldn't even join his teammate. Now he is. Yeah, now he is.
You moving forward, life break, silence, Static Storm. Huskar's in some trouble, and it's on him, as he'll try to run, but he's got the BKB, and now he's going to start to heal up. They'll chase these heroes back, but they've got the glimpse onto 33. He is still so tanky. He's got a BKB of his own as well, and they will look to make the jump with Primal Split, but he's got an Aegis for 2 minutes and 40 seconds. Do you really want to try and fight this? You've got no Gyro for 30. Cyclone onto BZM. The silence is going to be onto the Dragon Knight. The chase is on for Pure. Thunderstrike. They've got the vision. They pop the pipe. It's from 33. They get the glimpse. It's going to be onto the Ursa. Now they're trying to get the first life out of his hands, and they will. They'll look over at the banner to try and take that out while they're taking the fight. But Pure jumps in, finds Innocence, the tracks, the shurikens bouncing around. They get the kill. They'll take out Y. They've got the bottom set of racks, and they still want to continue to run forward, but that might not be the best plan. They jump back in. Life break onto the Alpha Wolf just to get back up into the high ground. Throws these spears onto Niu. As they've got the flat cannon, Shiro's going to be back alive. The chase is on, but they're not doing the damage. They've got Pure Invis, but the homie missile is locked in on him. They'll try to get him in the Nightmare. That helps out. Now the life break back into the fight. They've got the silence, but BZM is dead. The silence, the call down, the secondary strikes all there. 33 trying to TP out. Whitemon's going to be the one who falls. Double kill for Echoes as they retreated now completely from Tundra.
Yeah, BZM may be feeling a little bit too confident there, right? Because there was some disconnection in the shot calling, perhaps, because you could see the Thirst already blinked out. Like, he blinks back at the same time Huskar is jumping in. Like, the most quintessential Huskar play right there, you know? Like, they always want to go in.
They always want to just make an extra move.
So far,
Can
the
I make
extra
one
moves,
more move, please?
they have been punished, but not in the grand scheme of things. They're still in full control of this game. Last game they had the wolf bear. This game they have the invisible bear, by the way, as well, hunting heroes.
Yeah. And you see, here's that extra move, a little extra curriculars for you that ends up costing BZM his life again. And Whitemon's going to die for this too.
It's the orchid, by the way, immediately, right? I believe. And it goes.
Well, this is going on. Pure ends up getting the kill on the Innocence. This is tough for Tidebound to hold completely. It's not going to get any easier, I don't think. Unless they really do just wipe them.
Yep. The high ground defense is not too terrible for them, especially when they get the refresher on Brew. You're going to have that double split. Like, these Brewlings right now are doing quite a lot, especially with the shard, of course, and some talents. But yeah, 78%, 22. I kind of feel that's pretty correct.
They have a long while till Roche is back up, of course. As we hit this 36-minute mark. 10k lead, but again, I think this is very holdable. As long as Shiro's alive, it's very holdable. They're looking for the Hex, though, on 33. That could be a big game changer.
I agree with you, or let's say I want to agree with you, but so far Shiro has been... No, they pick him off first in a lot of these fights. They jump him, they blow him up, and they have what it takes. Like you said, the Hex will be next to Fight Hunter, which makes things even easier. Like, this isn't the kind of a game in which one carry can completely switch it up, because there's going to be an Axe on Bane as well. He's the ultimate one hero removal tool, right, from the game. It's Bane and Doom. What we're doing in?
Ursa's in. BKB amplified damage. Static Storm is down, but I don't know if it's going to matter. Look at that big right click from Pure. He's godlike. Has the double kill, killing both supports in this scenario.
They read something really wrong. Move out of the base like that and move up. They probably expected them to be in the Radiant jungle, not here.
Tier 2 is going to drop. Might not be enjoying this all too much. Trying to, though. They're trying to pull it back. It just is not easy.
Absolutely not easy at all. Once again, we are in that stage of the game. There's a disruptor in a losing game, 14k deficit. Can he get into the Aghanims? Can he get that item? Like, if he can complete the Aghanims in level 18, I mean,
get a Zoom blood right.
With or without 18, it doesn't really matter. But if he completes the Aghanims, maybe there's a chance.
You're saying that there is a chance.
There is.
I respect and believe it.
What was it, like 22%? That's a pretty good chance. I take that. Not great, but at this point, it's something at least.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
They move over. They've got all heroes smoked except the Chen, who's protecting the base.
By the way, this Aghanim zone at Huskar might change things as well.
30. Oh, I was going to say 33 is in a great spot to pinch them, but he ends up coming out of invisibility. Huskar, yeah, this Ags. So we are seeing that upgrade to the life break. But they avoid this and then smoke back out. avoiding any contest from Tundra at the moment. If they win a fight here, Roche is back up soon enough where this game could turn back real hard for Tidebound. But again, just the requirement is you have to win the fight.
Yeah, you can see where Disruptor is. Planet, unfortunately, didn't get the greedy enchantment, so he has to farm instead. He has to actually do it the old way.
Old-fashioned way.
Old-fashioned way, yeah. Take that
Himself up
shovel
by
and
them
dig
bootstraps. Yeah. Gotta make it work somehow. He's trying. He's got 1,000 gold to go.
He's, you know what, like he's getting there, but his team doesn't wish to wait any longer. They smoke up again. Now, the last smoke wasn't necessarily useless. The last smoke they made did give them some vision.
Elder Dragon form and the blink, but a whiff on anything that they really wanted from that. Still hoping, but the more and more they wait, the less time they have on this Elder Dragon form.
Oh, Ravage!
Oh, the Ravage! 33! Oh, man! Just jumping in. You can't wait. Otherwise, 33 is going to go into your face and bring the fight to you, especially with a tie. The Ravage lands, and everybody is just obliterated.
That could be game right there. No buybacks on any of the cores. Bounty Hunters jumping on the high ground, giving them just a little bit of vision for the Tide Hunter to work with. He did a lot. Seems like do they have creeps? Okay, they didn't have any creeps, so the game
What a Ravage, what a jump. Anticipating their position, getting that information, just throwing it out. Oh boy.
Gyro also not being able to fight himself onto the high ground with the BKB was
Yeah.
a bit rough.
Has been killed. Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Planet buying back now. That Ags is never happening.
Absolutely not.
And I think their time at this tournament is probably cut short.
Yeah, Poogie has fled.
Yeah, Poogie has fled. And maybe even Team Tidebound's chances have fled.
I love how
The Ravages have been landing. Yeah, they're not even trying to overpressure. Get that Aegis, cheese, banner.
Meanwhile, Bounty, by the way, was scouting them out, breaking any sort of a move. Did force his BKB in the end, so he doesn't get glimpsed, but worth it.
Again, you know, I had that feeling that maybe, you know, Tidebound could bring it back if they just were fighting from their high ground and they're able to get some space. But it just hasn't happened.
Yeah, they got caught.
They have fought on the low ground and they have fought in the face of Tundra, and Gyro's just too far forward. God damn, look at that heat map.
A pretty good heat map right there.
Bounty's been everywhere. He's just been roaming around the map, making sure that he is
They're moving
just
top.
been able to get the information for everything. Is glimpse. Shiro sees Whitemon, but Whitemon's got an Ags. He can Fiend's Grip, try to run away, but the Static Storm, that gets committed. They're even going to Primal Split for this. They want to make sure they get the kill here on a Whitemon.
I'm trying to get Megas, by the way, while this is happening.
Yeah, this is the trade. Is this what you want?
BKB is used on this as well, so you traded. Maybe they can fight here, actually.
Maybe BZM stunned up. Kinetic Field, they've got the silence, and now maybe looking to make a life break jump, but they're going to buy back on Bane. BKB, life break, going forward, trying to survive. They've got the Hex, they get the kill, they'll take MOUZ life. BKB was used here by Shiro. They're going to jump in on Echoes. BKB standing his ground. He ends up dead. He doesn't have buyback. That is going to be rough. As
That
though
will be
Call
game.
GG and Tundra will eliminate the side of Tidebound from PGL Wallachia Season 6.
A better team won today, definitely. Like this is a 0-2 or a 2-0 by Tundra. Two pretty convincing game, I gotta say. Game number 1, maybe even a little bit